IKEA has tons of desk options, but which one is best for you? Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com. Today we are at IKEA and we are checking out desk options. There are so many different desk options, desk configurations, and what I love about IKEA is there's different sizing, which is great because some of us have large craft spaces, some of us have small spaces, but we all want a desk of our own, like our own workspace. I think feels really, really good to each and every one of us. So we're going to go in, we're going to check out some of the options that are available. I'm going to kind of give you some of the background and show you some of the video shots to hopefully inspire you. I know so many people don't live near an IKEA. So when you are headed to an IKEA, it is like a haul, like it is a day trip, and it's so good to go in with a plan. So hopefully this will give you a little inspiration as you plan out your craft room desk. All right, some reminders as you are preparing to go to IKEA, perhaps to look for furniture for your craft room, look for some storage options. Come armed with measurements. I would bring a tape measure with me. I would know my wall space, my room space. Come armed with all the measurements. You don't want to have to be guessing and going back and forth. You want to be prepared. You want to be able to measure things in person. As a reminder, you can look up all the measurements of your favorite desk pieces and desk units online in the IKEA website. So check that out. Measurements, measurements, measurements. So important to have on hand. One of the reasons I think crafters love IKEA for their desk options would be the option to put together your own desk. You can see it's really simple. Start with the tabletop you want. Again, the finish, the size, the shape, the feel, all of that. Then you pick the legs. There are different options of legs. There are different options of storage that work with the various tabletops. And you can see there's lots of different styles and they range in price starting from as little as about $20, $24.99, all the way up to well over $100, just depending on the size. You can also put together a couple of different tabletops to create an L-shaped desk. So just because you don't see an L-shaped top right here, doesn't mean you can't create your own corner desk. So just be sure to, again, the measurements. I say it all the time. You got to have the measurements and then get an idea of the style that you're wanting, the shape that you're wanting. I happen to love this grid tabletop. I think that would be perfect for a crafter, even someone that was working with fabric. It's just a great way to make sure things are lined up. Like it just lends itself to creating, crafting, putting paper together, whatever it is that you're working on. I think that the grid is pretty darn cool. Most of these tabletops do have a laminate finish, so you certainly could cover the top with contact paper if that was something you were interested in to create a different style. If you were to paint this, you would have to do a little bit of preparation on the surface first. Now there are some bamboo options which are absolutely gorgeous. Love the rounded edges on this particular one. That is going to be a little bit pricier though, so keep that in mind. And darker options are lovely as well because it tends to hide marks just a little bit better. So tons and tons and tons of tabletop options that you can choose from. You can combine them. You can create your own look. Now you start with the tabletop and then you have to have legs. The cheapest legs are $7.50. Of course, you will need 4 most likely just for a basic table, but you can see there are different styles. There are some that are adjustable in height, which is fantastic, especially if you are someone that would prefer having more of a standing type desk. I thought that that was really interesting that they had that option. There were even some that offered casters, which is fabulous if you are someone that transforms your room. So if your room is a place where sometimes it's your craft room, sometimes it's a guest room, sometimes it's a playroom, maybe you want to be able to move your desk or your workspace out of the way, the casters would be an excellent way to make that happen. There are some adjustable tops where you can change front to back. So you might be able to have the top on a lean. that is fabulous for drawing purposes. And of course, some bottoms that have some different storage options, whether it be a shelf or drawers, lots of different things out there, different looks. So again, putting together your own table, your own desk is so tempting, and it's a way to create a really custom feel in your craft room. Alex pieces, Alex drawers with their very shallow drawers are kind of ideal for a lot of crafting just because we have lots of little things. So shallow drawers work out really well. They also make for a great base as far as building your desktop. They even have pieces that are just doors with shelves inside them. Some different options to configure. I think having a drawer system or something with drawers near or on your desk is pretty vital to making sure it is functional. Now, if putting together your own desk or designing your own desk is not your ideal, there are, of course, some options that are already kind of designed for you. They already have the legs and the top ready to go. You just have to put it together at home. Some things that you are going to want to consider. What is your aesthetic? Are you looking for an all-white desk? Are you looking for a wooden desk? Are you looking for a desk that has a little bit more of a presence? Or are you looking for a desk that kind of disappears? Do you want drawers? That is a huge question that you need to answer. It's pretty darn important. So make sure you have decided before you head in what you are looking for. There are several sit, stand, desk options. There are some that are more of a manual situation like this right here, the Trotten version. And then there are some that plug in. These are so satisfying to move up and down. I am here for the electric desk. Like, you just have to press this little button. It makes it really easy. The whole thing goes very smoothly up and down. If you have had a sit and stand desk from IKEA, let me know down below, how has it held up over time? That is what my big roadblock is in buying one of these desks. Is I'm just concerned that maybe over time the motor breaks and then it's no longer functional, and it seems like a lot of money to invest in something that may be difficult to repair. But I do appreciate that there are a variety of shapes available, a variety of finishes. And what I would do is have some sort of drawer system stored underneath here, like I said, at Alex drawers, where I could lower it and it would rest right on top of the Alex drawers, or I could raise up my desk to stand and craft, which is probably my preferred method of crafting most days. Look at the ease, you guys. It was just so fun to move the desk up and down, and it was quiet and smooth. I was a big fan. There are a wide variety of styles and sizes. They have more traditional looking desks like this one. It's a very small footprint, easy to put baskets in those little cubbies. I really was attracted to some of these smaller desks. I know so many of you work in small spaces. Maybe you just have a corner of the living room. Maybe you're working within your bedroom and you don't have room for a huge L-shaped desk. They had a few that A, were smaller footprint, and B, not quite so deep, which I thought was a great solution for if your desk is against the wall. Many of those were called laptop desks. That just meant they weren't very deep, and it made it very functional for you to have it up against the wall, but it not be too much of a presence in the room. This one really called out my name for markers. You guys, you could store so many markers and pens. This is like a journaler's dream. I would get one of these, a little set of drawers for all of my ephemera, bits and pieces, and call it a day. There were also a few sleeker desks, kind of that high gloss look, deeper drawers, which I very much appreciate. Love these metal drawers. They seemed very, very sturdy. So again, you got to decide on your aesthetic and your spacing. Love this one. It got a little stuck right there. Very smooth and really easy to wipe down for mixed media. Now, maybe you don't have space for a full-on desk. What about a lap desk that you are going to bring to the couch, to your favorite chair? I love to craft in my living room watching sports with my husband. I think one of these would be fabulous to kind of store in the side of the living room, pull over when I am watching TV and also wanting to do work on my planner or do a little bit of paper crafting. Love these different options that slide really easily. This also might be a good option if you're someone that loves to craft while you're chilling out on the bed. This next desk has a very cool look, but a very big price tag. $499.99. It is a large desk. Love the rounded edges. I think that is beautiful. Look at the little see-through section. Now, here's my issue. That would have fingerprints all of the time. Am I right? Like that would have so many fingerprints on it. They are pretty deep drawers that do come out really far, which is nice because oftentimes the Alex drawers cannot pull out very far. Things get lost in the back. They also soft close. This was very sturdy, very well built, but very expensive as well. Now, in the office area, you're going to see several demonstrations of that build your own desk style, some different combinations to give you ideas. So take some time and peruse this area, check out the different sizes. It's nice to see the different sizes pushed up next to each other so you can see how they can fit together. My husband and I actually used IKEA desks all along one wall when my kids were super little in the playroom so that we could have a desk in the playroom. And we were able to fashion those from various IKEA desks that we kind of pieced together. So take some time, look through this section to see what the combinations look like, to see how they function, and that might give you a better idea of how it will look in your space. I'm actually a huge fan of, I'm going to call it the Mike desk. I had the Mike desk and I combined it with a different desktop on top of it and created what I called a Franken desk, which means I just picked bits and pieces from other IKEA desks and kind of built my own in my old craft room. I think a corner desk takes great use of space, and I love that this one has the credenza on top of it so that you can, the hutch on top of it, I'm sorry, so that you can go vertical because that's a great way to take advantage of space. This is the exact desk that I used to have in my craft room. Loved it, loved the drawers. They were very functional, loved how wide it was. It was a great footprint size for my older, smaller craft room. Speaking of footprint, this is the tiniest desk ever. It is so teeny tiny, but how fantastic if you just want a tiny space of your own, a place to lay out your planner, a place to put your pens. That is super cute and only $30. Love it. And last but not least, this desk right here with the extendable side leaf. Yes, that is so great. Any desk that you can kind of change up the configuration is fantastic because so often our craft spaces serve as a multi-function space and you don't want all of your craft stuff out all at the same time. So the fact that you can extend out and then clean up your space, put it back, and allow room for other activities is absolutely fantastic. Now, the desk area is not the only place to find tables for crafting purposes. Think outside the box and check in a few different places to see what other desk and table options are out there. For instance, take some time and head over to see the kitchen islands in the kitchen section. They are fantastic. They have all different sizes. Again, you're going to see some different aesthetics. These are fantastic because they are often built for storage purposes. They work well if you like to stand and craft because of course kitchen islands are designed for standing, for working on top of while you're cooking. So if you do like to stand and craft, definitely consider a kitchen island. But again, what I love about it, A, the size, they tend to be a little bit bigger, which I appreciate for crafting, and B, storage is often built in, but storage that you can customize. You could fill this space with baskets, with pieces that work really well to organize some of your most used supplies. And I also think they work well to bring in when you have friends over crafting with you. So some things to consider. This one in particular, look, the drawers are removable. Love that, easy to get to all of your supplies. Now, not just the kitchen, but also the dining room section. Any table that has a drop leaf to it, yes, please. Such a good solution for small spaces when you like to craft this one. This Norden table, a little bit expensive, $349.99, but great drawers for storing all kinds of stuff. They're very deep. There are 6 drawers total, 3 on each side. This condenses so small, so it can go away, it gets out of the way, but you can open it up and have a ton of room for all of your creative activities. They have them in different styles, so take some time, look around, see the different table options, and again, think outside the box when you're trying to determine which desk space or desk setup might work well for you. That wraps up our time looking at the best IKEA desk options out there. Which ones caught your eye? What are you looking for in a craft desk? What is most important to you? I would love to hear from you down below. Share with me some of the things that you keep an eye out when you are trying to figure out what your desk setup is going to be. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I do want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon family. Thank you all so much for your continued support. I am blown away by the creativity and the fun that we are having in the Patreon community. If you want to find out more, you can check the link down below and start your 7-day free trial today. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.